Hey guys, how's it going? You're probably wondering a couple things right now. Is that in fact Tom from EverydayGamers.com, the voice that you've heard for 70 some videos? Yeah, I finally decided to show my face, I guess. Maybe it'll be the last time, it depends, depending on if I see if my viewership drops off or whatnot. But, anyways, you're probably also wondering what's up with the title. Um, Obviously, I don't think the DS sucks. I just thought it was kind of funny because I got a comment the other day on one of my DS videos saying that the DS sucks. And obviously, there was nothing backing up that comment made by one of the viewers. But it just kind of it made me think a little bit about the DS and why I've grown to actually love this system. And there's just a couple things I wanted to go over about the DS, and I figured I would switch it up a little bit, show you guys my face, show you guys, a different perspective as far as my videos are concerned. So yes, it's Tom from EverydayGamers.com. But just a couple things I wanted to go over and why I really love the DS, what I really think about the DS, and why I've grown to love that, and it's become pretty much my system of choice as far as gaming is concerned. Um, Number one, I'd have to say that just the control input. You've got the touchscreen input, and obviously Nintendo's thrown out a bunch of titles that, and not necessarily just Nintendo, but other companies have thrown out a bunch of titles that aren't really well done on the touchscreen. Yeah, that's to be expected. You're always going to get shovelware no matter what system it is. Look at the PlayStation 2, especially with its long life. There were tons of games that came out that weren't that great. So, that's to be expected. But when you think about some of the really great games that have come out on the DS, they were only possible with that interface. Let me just pick up a couple of them right now. Number one, Trauma Center Under the Knife. Think about, with that game there. Could it have been done on the 360 or PlayStation 3? Certainly it could have been. Would it have been good? No, I don't see it as being a game that would have been good because of the fact that you use the stylus to perform the operations. I mean, that control input right there allowed you to get hands-on and actually do something that probably a lot of gamers wanted to do all their life. There's no way I'm going to go through 7+ years of medical school in order to get a medical degree and operate on people, nor would I really want to in real life. But, the fact that they came out with a game that was able to use that control input, that's only thing that was only possible on the DS. Another game, WarioWare Touched. Would the WarioWare series have been what it has become what it has become known as today had it not been for this game right here? Obviously, there was WarioWare on the GameCube. There was WarioWare on the Game Boy Advance. But none of those games achieved the type of success that this game did because of the fact that it was so original. The fact that you used the touchscreen input to play all of these different mini games. The DS, like I said, is home to a lot of different types of games, and it's home to a lot of mini games that weren't good. This is one of those that are really good. It used the touchscreen perfectly. So, that's another example. Another one more recent, Rhythm Heaven. Rhythm Heaven is an incredible game that uses the touchscreen controls perfectly. The fact that they incorporate the music in the rhythm games and in the action game, the way you play the game, just another example of the great control input that you have the ability to use on the DS system. And that's just one of the reasons I love the DS. I would also say another reason I love the DS is because of the way that it has such a low production cost. And let me explain that. Manufacturers are able to take a risk on this system and put out titles that are pure fan service, that if they try to put it out on the 360 or the PlayStation 3, they have to worry about selling, 500,000 copies in order to break even. No, they can do that on the DS, though. A game like Dark Spire, for instance. I'm not saying it's a great game. You may love it, you may hate it. It just came out recently. I personally love the game, but this game would have never seen the light of day on the PlayStation 3 or on the 360 or even on the Wii because it costs too much to produce a game for that system and for any of those systems. For the DS, you could take a chance like that, and Atlas has definitely used that to their advantage with the DS system. It's one of the reasons I love the DS. There's other games like Mystery Dungeon, Shiren the Wanderer. That game would have never seen the light of day on the 360. Azuna. that game would have never seen the light of day on the 360 or the PlayStation 3. It just costs way too much to produce a game like that. So for me, the fact that you've got companies that are willing to take risks on this system because of the fact that it's such a feasible risk to take is just great. The other thing that I love about the DS, and you know, this is just kind of almost going off of the same point there, is just some of the games that you get that you would have never got on any other console. For instance, all the great RPGs. Let's talk about Final Fantasy III. This game here, would US gamers ever have gotten the chance to play this game on the 360 or the PlayStation 3? Obviously, the graphics would not have been able to be as basic as they are on here, although for the DS, they're incredible graphics. You know, we would have never, as US gamers, gotten the chance to actually play this game. So thanks to the DS and thanks to what Nintendo did with that system, Final Fantasy or Square Enix was willing to take a chance and bring over a game that, as US gamers, we would have never had the chance to play, and we would have really missed out on. You know, another game like Legacy of Ys, Books 1 and 2. What other console could they have put that out on? You know, save for maybe like the PSP. You know, just things like that. You've got a lot of games. Dragon Quest V. I never played the original. I probably wouldn't be able to find it for a reasonable price, although I don't really know what the price goes for. You know, it's just another game that we probably would have never, some of us gamers would have never had a chance to play or never had a chance to pick up had it not been for the DS system. And then, you know, lastly, I would just say some of the original titles that came out on the DS. You know, a game like The World Ends With You. This is another game that it just was only possible on the DS system. How about Professor Layton and the Curious Village? Another game that you wouldn't have seen on one of the major consoles. There's just so many things to love about the DS. They've got a great library of games. Before you go off spouting that the DS sucks or that, you know, it's a garbage system, think about it for a little bit. Have you even played the system? Have you tried out some of the more original games? Have you even spent that much time looking to see what games are available? It's not just child's play. Look, I'm 27 years old, and for some of us older gamers out there who have really started to fall in love with the DS system, we realize that this is a console that's bringing us back to our youth. It's allowed me to fall in love with video games again and to get back to the square root and right back to the beginning of what it was and allow me to remember what I loved about video games. So that's it. Just a quick rant, guys. Just something I wanted to kind of throw out there, and I guess based on the amount of views and everything, maybe I'll do some more videos like this. Maybe I'll do some rants, something like that. I got a lot of stuff to say, obviously, because I talk a lot. But I just appreciate you guys listening. I also thank anybody who's become a subscriber of mine, who's taken time to post feedback, who's asked me questions. All of you guys just make this a lot more fun. Would I still do the videos if people didn't watch? Yeah, probably. I mean, but what I really enjoy about this now is that I've got a really great following of people who I really love to interact with. And as always, if you ever have any questions, if you ever have any comments, if you ever want to see me do something, feel free to throw it out there. As always, I would just recommend, guys, go check out www.everydaygamers.com. It's the site that I write for. We're doing another podcast tonight, so that'll be up later on in the week. And we've got some podcasts up already. But, you know, check out the site. If you like what I have to say in my videos, you may enjoy that site as well. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. And thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for subscribing. I'll be doing some giveaways here soon. I got to do some stuff for you guys because I have a really good following of people. So thanks again, and I will talk to you later.